Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome to a special Friday night session where I'm jumping on to finish up, or actually to start and complete the free readings from my evening session. I hadn't gotten to any of the free readings, so I'm coming back on. Big shout out, as always, to all of those who made donations during my earlier session. I was just able to complete them, the donations, before the ending. And I didn't have time for the free readings. Because of those donations, because of my monthly YouTube channel members, as well as those who purchase any of my services that are listed in the description box of the video, allows me to complete and do all the free content, all these free readings, because it's how I earn my income. And so, because of you guys, I'm able to do this. So, big thank you to all of you. And I know not everyone's able to make donations. So, I definitely want to come back on and serve my community and give those free readings. So, what else? After I'm done with this session, I will post a pinned comment on the video listing the order in which the readings were completed so you can zero in and find out where your reading is among the rest. And I think that's it. So let's get into it. I don't think I'm forgetting anything, but you never know. So I'm going to continue to use this beautiful deck, the Animal Guides Tarot by Radley Valentine. And let's give these a shuffle, and we will get into it here. All right. So we're going to shuffle for all readings, as we did earlier, and whatever comes up, we're going to do one card readings, and one more time here. All right, do you want me to shuffle one more time too? All right, we will. All right, so knock, knock. So let's jump in and see what we've got coming in here. So first, we start off with Highness. So Highness, you are up. You wanted a general for next week. And you got the Three of Earth. Love the little poodle, the poodle dog here with a blue ribbon. And the Three of Pentacles is an energy of being true to your authentic self. So next week is about trying not to be swayed off course by fear of rejection, fear of punishment, or whatever, or losing support as well. So it's a very much a week of being not afraid to be you and not try to be who you think other people think that you think that they think that you think you should be. It's like be genuine, be true to your authentic self, because in doing that, being true to you, it's what attracts people to you. It's whether that's romantic or not, but people are they love you and appreciate you, and you stand out when you're being yourself. When you try to fit in with everything else, it's just not you. It's just not it doesn't generate that energy, the spark that shines when you're being true to the authentic you. So I feel like it's a message from spirit not to be drawn off and to hide yourself or dim your light, but shine bright next week. I just really feel like you get the blue ribbon prize when you are true to yourself. And, it feels so much better, takes so much less effort, doesn't it, in doing that? So that's what I feel is coming in for you, Highness. So many blessings to you. That's what they have for you there. So blessings, blessings. And then Mia, you are up next. So hello. I'm doing well. I hope you're doing well. And you wanted a current, what are F's feelings for you? All right. Excuse me, you have the Five of Cups, which is a change here. You got the dragonfly, which is it's transforming, it's changing here. And, it's this um it's undergoing a change, it's undergoing a transformation, but I feel like it's, you know, it skips a step because with a dragonfly, they don't have like a butterfly that, is born a caterpillar, becomes a chrysalis, then becomes a butterfly. They're born, hatched from a little egg, dragonflies are, and they're little nymph, water bearers. And then suddenly, poof, wings, bye, and they become that they skip the middle step. And I feel like there's some advancement of emotion here, but you know, it just with this individual, it almost feels like it's um the skipping of the step of emotion there, that it's more of a, how you say, it's covering up something instead of really dealing with the emotion. And I feel like they're just I don't know, it just feels like insincere emotion, if that makes sense. I just feel like they're covering up something, acting like everything's okay when it's not, and that there's some stuff that needs to be brought up for them to look at. It has nothing to do with anything that you have to do, because they're their triggers, there's stuff that's going on inside of them, not about you. But it impacts their feelings for you because it impacts all of their feelings, if that makes sense. So I just feel like they're trying to cover up and push down and suppress some emotions, and just, I don't feel like they're uh being, let me see how you would say that, they're not communicating their emotions clearly. It's like this, there's this confusion, right? You see how I'm having trouble communicating it? That's the kind of energy it is. They don't know how to communicate it and share this emotion, so they're kind of hee-hawing about it and suppressing it, if that makes sense. So I don't know. I don't know, Mia Mia. This F one, this I just feel weird energy about him always with you. I'm just like, "No. Why? Anyway, but that's what they have for you, Mia Mia, so my dear, many blessings to you. Right, and then musical beer, you wanna know, are your coworkers jealous of you? You know, the major consensus here with the Four of Swords is, peace of mind, mental stability. So I don't feel like, for majority of your coworkers, since we're looking at all this group of people, the average over them all, and there might be one or so in there, but you know, that has to do with their, um sense of worth, and so that's more them, people will be jealous when they feel like other people have something they don't, but in the end, when we're in our human form, we all feel that way. There's someone, "Oh, I wish I had them." There's always someone more, right, that we think they have more. Then you ask them, and they're like, "No, God, I don't want that. I wanna be more like you." And you're like, "What?" So for the most part, the majority of your coworkers, peace of mind, mental stability, they don't have those, feelings for you, right? So that's what they have for you, so many blessings. And then Daisy, hey, hey, you are up. So do you have potential to move out of state for your master's degree? Do you? Do you? Well, you got balance here, which temperance and patience, going forward here. So I feel like you can. You might have to, it might delay you a little bit if you go for your master's out of state. Which makes sense, because if you, a lot of out of state, you know, um, if you don't have residence declared, of course, right? Isn't that normally the way it works, unless they've changed things? I'm old, so maybe in the olden days it did, but usually, like, if you don't have residence, it costs more. So it might end up having to wait to get residents to do it. But I definitely feel there's possibilities. It would just maybe delay things, about what I see there. So that's what they have for you, Daisy. Easy breezy. All right. So many blessings to you. Oh, excuse me. Didn't mean to do that so close to the microphone. And then Mika Khan, you are up. You want to know, how will HDP do in market and how much will it sell? So, of course, I'm not a financial advisor. Disclaimer: tarot is designed for, of course, entertainment purposes only. Ultimately, everyone has to make their own decisions. So, disclaimer made. So, how will it do? Well, It feels like it will do fairly well, steady. Got the 4 of Pentacles, which is about a, solid foundation in the outside world. So it will do okay. It's solid, but it's not like the 9 of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, these cards about super abundance. It's stable. So I don't feel like it's like, wow, but it maintains its value and has some good stability, but I don't feel like it does like extreme, like in the short term, if that makes sense. So that's what's coming in for you there. So many blessings to you. Excuse me, getting all phlegmy suddenly. Well, I did eat between my sessions here, so that's what's going on. So JJJ, you are up, and you want to know what's the connection between you and Jay? You got the Knight of Pentacles here. It's a slow moving knight, the slowest out of them all. So I feel like the connection, like, what's the connection between you and Jay? A slow one, slowly growing. There's trustworthiness, like it says here, dedication, protectiveness, humor. But it just feels like it's slow and it's moving very slowly, and the connection that you have is this joint journey, like this quest that the knights go on. It's this quest of higher self-worth, feeling uh a different way of comparing your worth in relationship to the outside world. So it feels like a very slow growing friendship that could eventually turn into something else, but I just feel like it would take forever. It feels like a very slow paced type of thing. Whenever we get any a card like that with a patience card or a slow, kind of moving card, there is this awareness that it happens on purpose to give us time to change our self-worth, this journey of worth, and our self love to turn inward and upward, raise our love vibration, questioning our thoughts and beliefs that don't serve us anymore, the emotions that don't serve us anymore, but raising that, because otherwise we're going to continue to do what we've always done, gather in lower vibrational energy, people, events, relationships that have all fear around them, which betrayal, resentment, fighting, yay, all that good stuff, right? But if you raise your love vibration, then things speed up and you draw in a higher vibrational experience. But things slow down so we don't draw in the lower vibrational things fast. That only happens as we raise our love vibration. It draws in something that matches that energy. So hopefully that helps, JJJ. That's what they have for you right now. So many blessings to you. And then my blessing is here, 1111. Want to know what you see in the cards for you? Wow, you have the 8 of fire. So there is a lot of energy that's moving in here for you, and the B coming in here, yeah, a lot of opportunities are headed your way, and a lot of movement, a lot of activity that's coming your way, and it's positive activity. It just feels like you're going to be busy as a bee, but a bunch. Um, in the next upcoming, I'd say the next upcoming 8 weeks, that 8 is really standing out. And, you've got this opportunities coming. Um, and it also represents messages from spirit. So over these next 8 weeks, if you pay attention to the outside world, pay attention to what is being dropped into your brain, emotional messages, energetic messages, you're going to get a lot of messages from spirit, a lot of synchronicities in the outside world, repeating numbers like 1111 and different things along those lines, looking at bumper stickers and license plates and songs on the radio and road signs and different things like that. You're just going to see things going, oh my God, I've seen 5 of those today. Really, things are going to stand out, and that's spirit letting you know that they're there for you during these busy times. You're not in them alone. And if you need assistance, you need advice, you want clarity, they're right behind you, supporting you. All you have to do is ask of your own free will, because they don't meddle with your free will. They want to show you, allow you to grow through your power of choice and your free will. But when you ask them of your own free will, then they're more than happy to help. So keep that in mind over the next 8 weeks. All right. So many blessings to you. And then Dollface Diva, you want a general for next week. You got the King of Earth, the King of Pentacles. So very much this abundance with this Irish cob horse. So it's all about abundance and accomplishment and being grounded. And, you do have this, all of the positives of the Pentacles deck coming in, including new opportunities. You got those coming in. You have choices coming up in the outside world to make. But I feel like there's no wrong choice to make for you with this King of Pentacles. It's like, do you want to go to vacation to Jamaica or Hawaii? You're like, I don't know. Which one do you want to do? Right? It's like, well, it's so tough. Such a tough thing, right? But there is this a lot going on in your outside world this next week that does bring in a lot of abundant feelings and wholeness with this King of Pentacles. So I like it. What else? Anything else? Three of Pentacles stands out too with being true to your authentic self, um, balancing things in the outside world. Yeah, there's a lot of that coming in. Just to make sure not to overdo it. Definitely, if you can get out into nature, away from stuff to recharge, you do that. Make sure you're nurturing yourself and taking care of yourself too. Because I feel like next week really is the start of a lot of busyness in the outside world. And it's important for you to stay recharged and centered in who you are and what you're wanting. So, in the decisions you make in the outside world, let it be from your heart more than from your brain. It's time to enjoy life and live and not let the mind have you in an existence instead of a fun journey. So I feel like that's what they have for you, Dollface Diva. So many blessings to you. And then Hot Sun, you are up next. And you're very welcome for your reading earlier. Hello. So, what isn't Matt telling you about himself that you should know about that he might be hiding? And the bottom of the deck. All right, let's take a look here. So, the bottom of the deck, we have the Judgment card here with the renewal coming in here, little raccoons. um, so that's the energy that's on the bottom here. And we have the Two of Air. The Two of Air is, look at the dachshunds, boo 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 boo. But there's, this energy of the head battling the heart. And the Judgment card is like being called to this higher place. And when you add 2 plus 0 together, you get 2. I'm good at my math. But, it's decisions. And I feel like what you need to know about themselves is they're a little more um they're more unstable than they present themselves to be. And unstable means that they battle between their head and their heart, and that they're not as sure about themselves as they portray themselves to be, and that they've got decisions that they want to make, but they're like at this crossroads and they're unsure of what they really want. And so if they've been saying some things about what they want, it's what they think they want, but they or their heart wants, but they're they're not in agreement between their head and their heart. So there's disagreement going on inside of them, but they're trying to do the best thing. Sometimes they might say something that they feel is right, but they may not be there yet because they're still battling out in the inside, if that makes sense to you there. So could be something like, um, like I said, yeah, I do want to, date you exclusively or marry you someday or, blah, 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 blah. And they're like, well, they know that a side of them wants to, but they don't have all the votes in yet. And it's like a hung jury. Well, one of the sides is like, well, I don't know. I don't know. So it's that kind of energy, if that helps. But that's what's coming in, right? Hot sun. So there you go. Many blessings to you. And then Nat, you wanted a general reading, and you got the Eight of Swords. And look at this is a great card to get with this because the cage represents our thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that make us feel limited and bound and trapped. And the 8 is a good card to get with that because it is a flowing card. It is this freedom card, the little birdie's escaping the cage that's never been locked. It's like, "What? This door's been open all along? What the heck?" But you're, really getting a lot of clarity around what thoughts and beliefs and mindsets you've had before that have blinded you or um, bounded you, made you feel trapped and restricted and held you back before. And you realize I didn't need to be held back. And I'm releasing these things, and you're having this forward movement with this. And with this change of mindset, it's actually changing your actions in the outside world because you're coming up with new actions you want to do, and you're going to put them into practice. So I like that for you. Hopefully that helps. It just feels like you're really questioning these thoughts and beliefs that are rooted in fears, and you're seeing things differently, and you're like, this is lies. I don't need to let these rule my life anymore. So I like that for you. Right, that's what they have for you right now, Nat. So many blessings to you. All right, and then Richa Dutta, hello. So you want to know how does we're going to call him AC see you? He rejected your proposal. All right, let's take a look here. Well, we have the sun card here, which, sees as something bright, something, it's victory, it's glowing, it's big. So they see you in a bright light, in a bright way. Bluebird of happiness. Um, there is it's Leo energy. So in some ways, there is this energy of childlikeness where there's this opportunity in this, um, the world is full of possibilities and this great brightness. So you have this very bright sun, but sometimes people will, reject things because they feel intimidated. Not that you're intimidating, but that they're intimidated. It's like a little candle could be intimidated by the sun, right? It's like, wow, you're so big and I'm so little. I'm in, I feel insecure. I feel, um, scared, right? But that's part of what intimidation is feeling like I won't be able to keep up with you. You're too big and I'm too small. And, that's that kind of energy that's coming in there with that. So they think of that, but the rejection of your proposal, has to do with, um, in a way, because of the childlikeness, I feel like maybe they feel it's not a real proposal. It's not there's some, they would say almost immaturity in it, if that makes sense, that there's some growth that needs to happen with it first. And that's their perspective. And that's all a mirror too, realizing what everyone else sees in us is them. So we're a mirror. We have no idea what people see when they look at us, but all we can do is understand with whatever situation what popped up inside of me, how am I perceiving everything. That's for me to look at, right? So that's what's coming in there. Hopefully that helps, Richa. So many blessings to you. And then Rhonda. Hello, my friend. I always call you Rhonda. I'm sorry. Rhonda. Oh, Rhonda. All right. So I missed you too. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. And you want to ask Spirit what you need to know for this weekend. All right, let's take a look here. Wow. Got the Magician. I like this with the unicorn. And, the Magician is this card, a major arcana that tells you you are so much more powerful than you've been taught to believe, and whatever you focus on is what grows and expands, you know? We're not in the back seat of a car in a child seat and the creator's driving it, we're just along for the ride. We're the ones driving a big bus, we're the drivers. Creators next to us, they're the ones that are, controlling the nav system. When we tell them what we want with our energy, they're plugging in the nav system. They're controlling the heat and climate and passing out the snacks. And back behind us is all our support team. That's a bunch of puppies that you said, "You want to go for a ride?" And they're like, "Oh my God, yes, I want to go for a ride." They don't care where we're going. It's all up to us. Our journey. We're so much more in control of our journey, um, and it's our energy. So whatever we focus on is what we're telling the creator to put into the nav system, and then the directions are driving us, and we're going in that direction. But I feel like what you need to know this weekend is that you hold the reins. Whatever energy you put forward, don't wait around for anyone or anything. This is energy of action, putting things forward, you initiating, you doing things that you feel are in alignment with who you want to be and what you want to do. Very powerful energy. So you can wield your wand, and there's no right or wrong in what you choose. There's just different experiences that come from the choices. And if you don't want a certain experience, you can change it, which is great. You can choose something different. And I like that for you. So hopefully that helps, Rhonda. Many blessings to you. Much love. Hang in there. Okay, and then we got Needy Sarvaya. Hello, hello. You want to know what the universe wants you to do in your career in order to get a desired job and income as you want. All right. Well, you got the Nine of Earth, the Nine of Pentacles. So this is about looking at your worth in relationship to the outside world in a different way. The Nine of Earth, the nine is the hermit's journey. Pentacles is take a step back and spend some time with spirit, understanding where are you defining your worth? Are you defining it by the outside world? Is the career, the job, the income, is that your drive? Is that your ultimate, um, are you looking for this um what's it, destination to define you? There's this great quote here that I read quite often. It's in my little book that I read every day, almost every day. And it's from Eckhart Tolle, who says, you are present when what you are doing is not primarily a means to an end, meaning money, prestige, or winning, but it's fulfilling in itself. When there is joy and aliveness in what you do. And I like that because it really tells you, if you're doing it for the money, for the prestige, for whatever, it's not going to fulfill you. You're not going to be present. You're never going to be happy because that's the future. You're looking for something that's an ends to a means. But when you're able to do something and love something so much with your career, with your life purpose, then all the rest of it comes automatically, and you don't need as much to be content and to feel happy and full and overflowing and joyful because you're not attaching your worth to those things. So I feel like a big part of this, what they want you to do is just get clearer what you're desiring and why. When you get a real understanding of your why, and you're like, well, what brings you joy? What would make your heart feel full? What would allow you to have that joy and that aliveness in the moment? And when it's like, oh, it's money, it's this, that, it's like, that's not going to make you happy. That's just going to, temporarily make you feel good for a moment. And then I need more, I need more, I need more. Right. But when you find this dream to live from the inside, then the rest of it falls into place. I feel like that's what spirit wants you to know right now. Right, Needy? So that's what they have. So many blessings to you. And then Alphonse Foussier. Hello, hello. So will you meet someone new at Coachella this weekend? Look at you, party time. Let's take a look here. You got the Three of Fire, the Three of Wands, which is a change of direction that comes in here. So I don't feel like you meet someone new, not someone that's significant. I feel like you're going to meet a lot of new people, but I feel like the 3 of Wands, you kinda just take an alternate course, and, it doesn't feel like, that you're, meeting, like, a special someone. I just feel like you're meeting other people, but I feel like you just kind of take a different path on what you're looking for this weekend and just how things unfold. I like it because I feel like it's you choosing to do it. You're just like, "You know what? I'm just gonna have some fun here. I'm not gonna worry about all this stuff," right? And I like that for you here with the 3 of Wands. Just feel like, this is really standing out that you're the only turtle and there's all these fish. And but it's just like there's just not this you feel like a turtle, like a fish out of water, a turtle out of water. And it's like, wow. And it just feels like because turtles can actually go on, you know, go above and be in the air and water, but the fish can only exist in the water. And I feel like there's a little bit of disconnect between you and a lot of people just because they can't relate to you. And I feel like you realize this when you're in the crowds. You're just like, they don't get what I get, kind of energy, if that makes sense. So that's what's coming in right now, Alphonse, for you. So many blessings. All right. And then Patricia Scowen, you were up. I'm sorry, I just need to take a sip here. I get this frog in my throat. Okay, thank you. All right, so Patricia, you want to read for a house move next few weeks that you'll be renting. Okay, let's take a look here. You have the 6 of Water, the 6 of Cups, and this is good. It's flowing energy. It's a positive card. Mother Goose. Um, and there, I'm so sorry. I thought I was done copying here. It's just choking me up because the 6 of Cups is nostalgia for your reading. Um, and, there is this knowingness, like, it feels like childlike home, it just feels like there's this hominess to it. So I like this energy because it is the feelings of being at home, of like the house that you grew up with, grew up in when you were young. It just feels like this home feeling, capital H home, not just a home, but a real home, not a place to live, but a home. And so I like this for you. I feel like if you haven't found it yet, you will, and that's the feeling that you'll know it. You'll walk in and go, "This is it." And you're gonna feel it. It's gonna be like that type of energy coming in. So I like it. So you definitely will find it because it's telling you here that that's how you know it when you walk into it to check it out. So I like that. All right, and there might even be similar name of a street or like the house number or something that also reminds you of home. Could be the same numbers or similar, or you're like, "Oh my god, this reminds me of the home that I grew up in." It can be something along those lines too for validation. So I like that. Right? So that's what they have for you, Patricia. Many blessings. And then Minahil, you like a general love reading. Sure, let's take a look here. Well, I feel like you got this before, but you've got the 9 of Air, the 9 of Swords, which when it comes down to love, this is about looking into the thoughts and beliefs and mindsets, the small t truths that are rooted in fear that keep you feeling blinded and bound and trapped. And, there's all these supposed tos and shoulds and need tos and have tos and musts that have to happen with love, or it means I'm not lovable, or it's not happening the way it's supposed to. They're supposed to be this. I'm supposed to be this. This is how we're supposed to meet. This is how things are supposed to unfold and all of that. And it's like, with all of those restrictions, we're too restrictive where love can't come in. There's so many obstacles. and we're blinded, like this is the blinder and someone's over here, I can't see it because of these all these expectations, all these rules around love. So it is this taking time here. 9 is the hermit's journey. It's turning inward, questioning these thoughts, these beliefs, these mindsets, these things that are rooted in fear. What can help you identify it is if you ask yourself, what do I fear about love? What do I fear, about a relationship, about who they are, who I'm supposed to be? What are the fears there? That helps you get into this root and allows you to kind of clear them away, right? So that's what they have for right now, which is good because the more you look at that, the more it clears away and opens up, and you're like, there you are. Because otherwise, it takes a long time for you to move all this way to see him here, where you can just remove some of these expectations, like, oh, there they are. It's that kind of thing. All right. So hopefully that makes sense, Mini Hill. And that's what they have for you right now. So many blessings to you. And then me is up next, not me, but ME. So less than a week to go till surgery. You've already got dates lined up afterwards. And one you're very interested in. Let's see, where'd it go? Oh, dates, like dates with people. One you're very interested in, whose name is Jack. The other seems like a pretty good person named Mike. We say anything? Let's take a look here. So you do have the 5 of fire, the 5 of wands, which is a transformation of conflict. Um, Whoever is the fiery one, this ram energy reminds me, of course, of Aries and fire sign energy, but it's this, you have this kind of, it's not like, I want to say, like real fighting, but it's, what do they call it? Bantering. It's, you know, a little bit of back and forth, a little bit of, that energy. And I like it because this, it's kind of like that, when two people are very strong personalities and neither of them backs down. And we're used to people backing down because you're a strong personality, and people will shrink because they don't feel so confident about themselves. Well, whichever one of this between these two is like very much the same, where they will not back down. This is who you need. You don't need someone who will shrink. You need someone who would be like, "Oh, really? Well, booty booty to you too." And you're like, "Oh, really? Well, no, 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 to you." And they're like, "Oh, well, my, blah 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 to you." And but it's all in play and bantering, and there's like this sexual tension that comes because of it, right? Because you're just like, "All right, so you won't just roll over and take it or ghost or disappear. You hold your own. Like, you do that and they like that about you. They do it and you like that about them." So, whoever that is, I feel like it's a fire sign. So, excuse me, if one of them is a fire sign, then, you know, that will probably indicate it, but you'll know by the experience you have with them. That's what you need. You don't need someone who wants to fight. You want someone who is feisty like you are, and playful with it too. So I like that. So that's what's coming in for you, me. So hang in there and enjoy your surgery. Yay, right? All right, many blessings. Then Kylie Tosh, hello, hello. So you're going crossroads, and you're going to see if you could clarify. You're on a twin flame journey, and you've just released and surrendered your love, let go. But when you move forward, you get signs about her again, 3 3 everywhere. Oh, okay. Yeah. You have the Ace of Fire, the Ace of Wands. So, here's a single flame, not a twin flame. So, this tells me that there is new passion, there is new things that you've learned what you needed to learn. And a twin flame, if they truly are a twin flame, then, it's very passionate, right? There's like this extreme pleasure, but there's also extreme work that's done, It's like one of those mirrors that you're looking at, like you're putting your makeup on, and you flip it over and you can see your pores, and you're like, "Oh my god, that's a twin flame journey." They make you see deep where, the other is there. If that resonates, that like, "Oh yeah, this is what we've been going through." You truly never escape a twin flame. It's like being in Bloodsport with Jean-Claude Van Damme and, where they tie to get you together and, wrap your hand and you put it in glass and you're tied to each other and it's difficult to get away from them. Doesn't mean that you can't, but, it the thing that helps you free yourself from that is realizing that, you know, you are a single flame yourself. And there's this, we come down here for the experience of what might it be like to feel like we have a twin flame. We don't have one in every lifetime. It's very rare because it's like taking double the amount of courses in a college, semester. It's a lot of work. Get a lot accomplished, but gosh, it's a lot of work. So we don't do it every lifetime because some lifetimes we want to enjoy ourselves. But a bunch, that's a joke. But the Ace of Wands tells you that you are unique and you can be self-contained. But when you realize that I don't have to be with my twin flame, that I can have my experiences and I can step away. If I feel like I've accomplished what I wanted to accomplish, then I'll be able to move forward. If you have not, and we're fooling ourselves when we're trying to run away, we will get drawn back together in one way or another, either into relationship or into battle in the blood sport cage or ring that they have. But there is this new empowerment coming in here, realizing that you are the one that decides for you, no one else, you know, and you decide the story, the emotions, your energy, and your physical actions. And you surrendered and let him go. Um, and when you try to move forward, you get signs and everything. But, it's important for you to, I think, before you get involved back with them, is step aside and see yourself as an individual and see what, you know, you feel you want to do. There's no wrong choice. There's just different choices. If you're not done yet, you can run, but you can't hide anyway. So you're like, you know what? I'm just going to move forward. And if you're meant to be and still get each other's lives, you will boom, you know, you'll get signs and energies and stuff, but you can go, you know what? I'm just going to go forward like I want to. And if you guys hit each other again, then you hit each other again. If not, you will have a change of energy that will ignite with this Age of Wands, Ace of Wands too. So hopefully that helps. So hang in there, Kylie. Right. Many blessings to you. All right. And then Carissa. Oh, hello, hello. You would want to see, okay, if you could seek answers as to if you are in a third party relationship. Okay, let's take a look here. Okay. Well, you've got the Knight of Fire, which is the fastest moving knight out of them all. When I get a knight, the Knight of Fire would tell me that the chances are yes, because the Knight of Fire is like a little chihuahua that's running around humping everybody's leg. It's this unbridled energy. They have so much of this passion built up inside of them that it's almost like they can't help themselves, right? Whereas a king of fire would be someone who can control their passions, bridle their passions. The knight is like, if you ever see like Game of Thrones, where the young princes are, off sleeping, with all these people and stuff. I don't feel like it's that extreme, but I do feel like with this, they've got a lot of passion. If they're a fire sign, it might be a lower vibrational expression of the fire sign that they are, but it is very much passionate, charismatic, you know, go, go, go. So I feel like that, that this would lean towards a yes regarding that. And, I know it's difficult not to like, how dare they? But, it's like when a chihuahua is in heat, all it wants to do is hump legs. And it's like, okay, well, this isn't about you. This is about them and them trying to find happiness in the only way that they kind of feel like how to do it. But, it's like, you know, and they won't, I don't feel like they will change anytime soon with that either. So, uh, that's what they have there for you. So, sorry. I know I wish I could tell you differently, but that's what's coming through in the card. So, hang in there and many blessings to you. All right. Been there several times myself. So, I get it. I understand. You know, if you need some trash bags and some help and a shovel, just let me know. I'm just kidding. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Don't do it. My was my first ex. I was building a pond out in the backyard, um, and it started off being a certain size, but it got extremely much larger. And at one point, the deepest point was 5 feet deep. And they were wondering, "Are you going to bury me there?" Because we're in the process of breaking up, and I'm like, "Keep talking." That's funny. Anyway, so hang in there. Right. Mezzy BP, you are up next. So good morning to you. Want to know what are A's intentions towards you? Will he reach out after your last discussion? He's a Libra. Let's take a look here. We got the High Priestess here. So there's a lot of hidden and unknown things here that will be revealed here. Trust your gut, trust your intuition with this. Um, you know, I just feel like, with this high priestess, the high priestess, she steps away into her high priestess temple and spends time connecting with spirit, going behind the veil, diving deep into the emotions. So it's kind of like this alone time. And I just feel like there's some hidden and unknown things that come out. But I just don't feel like that there's some hidden motivations, some hidden things that you don't know about. And I feel like they're just saying, step back and really get in tune. Try to get out of your head and out of your heart and step into your gut and your spiritual connection and just see what you feel with that. Because I just kind of feel like the energy I'm getting here, I'm not getting like an encouragement from your spirit guides to pursue it. I feel like they're more, come talk to us. We have some things we want to show you. And you're like, oh no. But that's what I feel for right now is what they want. That is just kind of step away and turn inward and upward, look into your connection with spirit, dive deep into your emotions and your gut instinct, and see what comes up with that. I'm not getting a good feeling, like a move forward feeling. I'm getting a wait, hold up, don't rush into that. So that's what's coming in for you. So hang in there, and many blessings to you. All right, KK, you are up. Oh, so you lost your baby 2 weeks ago. Oh, I'm so sorry. I know that's not easy. So, and then your husband left you too. That bastard. I do not do curses, and it's a good thing because I probably would have so much bad karma. Because yeah, I see that here. You want to know, will he come back and will you have a baby here? Well, you do have the two of water, the two of cups, the lovebirds. So I do feel here, that this is encouraging, that they will come back and that you will, try again here. I just feel like there's going to need to be some, um, you know, some transformation, some time, some healing, right? Emotional healing. This lovebird card actually says you're falling in love or experiencing a deepening of emotion in your current relationship. Marriages or romantic partnerships in distress can still be saved. Don't give up. So I love that for you. And it says it there. I'm not making it up. So that is encouraging there. So hang in there, my dear. I know, you know, um, it's a tough time to do alone, and it's even more so when that happens. And I know they are, you know, also very hurt by it all. And that does happen. That does it shakes and rattles a relationship, but it can come back stronger. And then they just need time also, um, guilt feelings and, this energy of I was supposed to protect everyone and they just feel helpless and then also knowing what you're going through and they know they can't do anything to help you either, right? And so it just feels like there's this um, they just need time to really reflect and get their own pupukaka together. So hang in there and reach out to, friends, whoever can support you during this time too. You're not alone. Spirit is around you. You're surrounded by a host of beings of unconditional love and light. So reach out to them too and just say, "Help, I need some comfort." They will bring it for you. You're not alone. You're definitely not alone. You have guardian angel, you have tons of angels, you've got loved ones on the other side. In fact, I know might be hard to hear right now, but you're the baby. They are a spirit. They came down and were connected to you. For as long as they were existing within you, and they will be with you the rest of your life as a spirit guide, part of your spiritual posse too. So just know that they are alive on the other side, right? They are still a powerful, supernatural, eternal spirit being. And so they're not a little baby, though. They are a full, powerful being. So just know that they're there and you can reach out to them too. I know it might sound weird, but they are definitely there. They loved you and love you and are around you too. So if you can find comfort in that a little bit, just know that they're there. Um, there was one of my dear friends when I first channeled people from the other side through tarot cards and oracle cards. It was amazing because there was four people that came through, three females and one male. One of the females that came through, I was like, because I got this, pregnant lady card, and I felt like I immediately knew it was that she had had a miscarriage, and I didn't know how to approach that because I didn't know if she had one or not because I'd only known her for a couple months. Great, beautiful, sweet lady, and I was like, well, so this one, the spirit that's coming through, I feel like it's female, but I feel like it's, you know, and she was like, a miscarriage. I go, yeah, because I'm glad she said it. But, what was amazing is that they were coming through as like this late, young adult personality. And they were like, um, for her, they were gonna be born, but then she was gonna lose her, within a few months afterwards. And, um, so she decided that she goes, "I don't wanna come and do all that. That was enough." That's all that for the experience that she wanted to learn through it all, that she was only gonna be there for, a short period anyway. She's like, "I don't wanna go out there. I'm just gonna do this much, but I don't wanna be born." So she opted because she didn't need to be there and be born for her to get for her mom to experience what she wanted to experience through everything. So she decided to stay over there, but she became one of her spirit guides and it was always with her. And when I described the picture she was showing in my head, I go, I showed this little blonde, curly haired little girl. And there's this lady with long, blonde, straight hair, which, I didn't know because she had her hair colored, so I didn't know what her real hair color was. I didn't know. I just said, "I see this, if that makes sense." And she was like, well, she goes, "I miscarried before. I didn't even know I was pregnant." And she said she miscarried. She never knew what the sex and gender of the baby was. But she goes, after it happened, she dreamt for many days, weeks afterwards of a little blonde-haired curly girl. And I love that because it just shows us that they don't stop existing, and though it's painful here in our world, maybe a little bit of comfort knowing that they are on the other side and that they're around us and they're not angry or sad, or they're like ecstatic, and they can, be supportive of us through everything. So just know that they're there and you can talk to them, and they will show that themselves to you too in different ways. So hopefully that helps, my dear. Hang in there. I love that there is hope, and it can be fixed over time. So just focus on you right now. Okay. All right. Many blessings. Okay. And then Happy Pill, you are up next. And you want to know, what are you attracting into your life? Wow. We got the King of Water, which for me, in relationship wise, this represents like a very compatible partner. So a very compatible person coming in. If you're looking for love, there is this energy of this, being just an ideal person where you're like 90% of the time you get along, and usually relationships are 50-50, but you like have so much in common, so much that you mesh with, just like a glove that fits so well with your hand, and it just feels so, aligned. So you are drawing this person in, the King of Water, warm-hearted, devoted, loving, faithful, you're right? A trustworthy person or relationship enters your life. So I like that. So I definitely feel like you're drawing in this, very compatible uh, romantic partner if you're looking for one. If not, it's like best friend, great relationship coming in, very compatible. So I like that for you. That's it. Boom, boom. Easy breezy. All right. And then the last one coming in here we have is Julie. Hopefully, I didn't miss anyone. I will be back tomorrow morning and Sunday morning at 11 a.m. Mountain Time. And then also tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Mountain Time if you'd like to join me then. And like I said, as soon as I finish Julie's here and I end the session, I'll be typing out all the names in order of how they came out, and I'll post that in a comment and pin it in the video so you can find your reading more readily. All right. So, Julie, you wanted angel's guidance. Well, you got it. You got the three of water, the three of cups. These represent, here's your spiritual posse that's around you here. And this is a great reminder for you that they are always around you. They're behind you. You give them a honey-do list before you come down here, and they're of the things you'd like to experience, and they're always working on that. But when we're down here, they really honor your free will and they honor your power of choice. And so they don't meddle in your life besides what you asked them before you came down here until you ask them of your own free will. So they're behind you through synchronicities and different things showing you, like, hey, just so you know, we're here if you need anything. But they don't do anything, they don't meddle. And so if you ask them of your own free will, hey, come meddle in my life, show me signs, show me synchronicities, bring me answers. Can you show me clarity? Can you do this? Can you do that? They will show you. And they're more than, of course, super excited to be able to interact with you upon this earth. So as the more you ask, the more they show you. So they are there for you. You're never alone in anything. You have this large host of beings, your guardian angel, your angels, your spirit guides, loved ones on the other side, your ancestors, a whole slew of beautiful beings of unconditional love and light that you're around. So speak up, Buttercup, because they are ready to help and serve and support and whatever they can do to help bring you love. So that's what they have for you, Julie. Hopefully that helps. Just ask away. All right. And that's what they have. Many blessings to you. All right, everybody. That is it for this session. And again, thank you so much for all your patience and all your love and support. And thank you for the thumbs up, too. That does help spread the Zen love. So you're part of the love tsunami. Something that everyone can do for free. It shows me you're enjoying the free readings. And it shows YouTube that you are too. But it helps spread all of that Zen love to the world. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And remember, as we sign off, every moment of every day of your life, you truly are unconditionally loved by the mother and the father of all things, our creator. And of course, I love you too. So until I see you again, much love to you. Hang in there. Take care of yourself. We'll see you soon.